Good afternoon, everybody. It's Brady Burrell for KQKI News. We are on the corner of Cleveland and Geither Streets here in Patterson, where several local fire departments are on scene of a major structure fire involving a double-wide mobile home. You will see heavy smoke. I did hear the firefighters say they had to go through several layers of sheetrock. So obviously a lot of that's burning. Patterson Police Chief Garrett Grogan tells me that they have been on the scene for probably about an hour and have called for additional manpower. We do know, of course, that Patterson Volunteer Fire Department is out here along with Berwick. I believe I have seen Bayou Vista out here as well, Acadian Ambulance, Patterson Police Department. But again, heavy smoke and fire coming from this double-wide mobile home in the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets here in Patterson. That's all we know right now. I am just getting on the scene now for about 5 minutes, and that's all we know, but we'll keep it here so you can take in the scene. But of course, these firefighters have a long way to go to try to bring this one under control. We can tell you that there have been no reported injuries. Anybody that was in the fire were able to escape safely. And thank you very much, Penny. Yes, my prayers are that everyone are okay. From what we understand, there are no injuries. Everyone is fine. Again, we are at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets here in Patterson. Everyone was able to escape unharmed. You will see there is, of course, a lot of smoke. Patterson, Berwick, and I believe Bayou Vista Volunteer Fire Departments are on scene. Just moments ago, they were calling for additional manpower from Berwick, at least, to try to get some help. They were trying to cut through several layers of sheetrock to try to bring this blaze under control. I have not seen any flames yet, but heavy smoke. Obviously, that would point to some flames being inside. They have at least trying to break through the roof to try to access the source of the fire. Again, we are at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets here in Patterson, where firefighters are on scene of a major mobile home, double-wide mobile home fire, trying to bring this thing under control. Patterson Police Chief Garrett Grogan tells me that they've been battling this for about an hour, and you will see the firefighters there changing out backpacks, taking a break. It's very hot out here, very humid. No doubt they're drained. We're going to see if we can get around, get you a better vantage point. Again, if you're just joining us, we are at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets here in Patterson, where several area firefighters are on scene of a major structure fire. This double-wide mobile home has been burning at least an hour, they tell me. We do see Berwick, Bayou Vista, volunteer fire departments assisting the Patterson Volunteer Fire Department. Acadian Ambulance is on scene, but no one has been injured that we are aware. Again, we are currently on scene of a major double-wide mobile home fire here at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets. That is not far off of Martin Luther King Boulevard, if you're familiar with that area. And you can see the smoke for blocks approaching the scene here. And several fire departments on scene trying to battle this blaze now for about an hour, according to Patterson Police Chief Garrett Grogan. As you can imagine, it's extremely hot out here, very humid. These firefighters wear out easily battling a hot fire like this. That is so widespread, they have to change out their equipment, change out manpower pretty often to give them time to rest and hydrate. Again, we can tell you that there have been no injuries reported. The occupants, if they were home at the time, they were able to escape safely, so standing by on scene. But of course, we just hope and pray that the firefighters stay safe and no injuries. Of course, as I mentioned, the fire has been burning at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets for about an hour. It's just before 3 o'clock now, so I'd imagine it began just before 2 o'clock, according to Patterson Police Chief Garrett Grogan, who is standing by on the scene with other members of the Patterson Police Department. They are trying to block access to the streets. We also want to give a shout out to the members of the Ladies Auxiliary of these fire departments who are helping out the planning, taking notes, bringing water, supplies to the firefighters. They are very essential to the fire departments, especially on scenes like this, assisting, changing out air packs. They serve a very, very good role to help them out. They seem to be concentrating their efforts on the back end of the mobile home, and we're going to try to get around that area. If you can just. Again, we are coming to you from the corner of Cleveland and Geither Streets here in Patterson, where several local firefighters are battling this blaze. They are from the Bayou Vista Volunteer Fire Department, Patterson, Berwick, Acadian Ambulance, Patterson Police Department assisting on the scene, battling major structure fire to this double-wide mobile home. Receiving extensive damage. I have not seen flames, but obviously they're there. I mean, they were trying to knock it down. They're cutting access to it. I did hear that they were having to cut through a lot of sheetrock to access it. Thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl is saying that Morgan City Fire Department is on the way. I have not heard that, but I haven't spoken to anyone else on the scene. It does appear that we've got maybe 2 Acadian ambulance units on scene at this point. Additional manpower is critical in a situation like this because of the heat. These firefighters wearing down so easily. Jen, this is at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets, not far off of Martin Luther King Boulevard, Red Cypress Road area. Again, no injuries, but Acadian Ambulance is standing by just in case, especially because of the heat. But with these firefighters battling the blaze, they have to remain on standby just in case. But of course, we do hope and pray that there are no injuries to anyone. Again, if you're just joining us, we are at the scene of a major fire here at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets in Patterson, not far off of MLK Boulevard and Red Cypress Road. A double-wide mobile home fully involved here in the middle of a hot day, hot summer day, wearing these firefighters out. They're having to change them out very often. They're air packs to keep them fresh, and working extremely hard. We've got firefighters from Patterson, Bayou Vista, Berwick Volunteer Fire Departments working extremely hard to battle this blaze. Of course, the members of the Ladies Auxiliaries are out here as well, helping them, assisting them in any role that they can. The Patterson Police Department is out here along with Acadian Ambulance standing by at the scene as well. We do know that everyone escaped unharmed. There have been no injuries here on the scene. It has been burning now for at least an hour, according to Patterson Police Chief Garrett Grogan, who told me this arriving on scene. Again, we are coming to you at the corner of Cleveland and Geither Streets, where we know very little other than that. As you can see, a double-wide mobile home on fire has been burning now for at least 1 hour. No injuries reported. Several fire departments from Patterson, Bayou Vista, Berwick are on scene battling this blaze. We've got Acadian Ambulance, Patterson Patterson Police Department are also standing by here on scene. I do hear additional units coming. It's my understanding that Morgan City Fire Department is also coming to assist, probably because of manpower. Yes, and there is another fire truck arriving on scene, and it is, in fact, from Morgan City Fire Department. You will see it arriving in the background. So that is now the 4th fire department. I see 2 units from Morgan City Fire Department now here on scene in Patterson. You will see here on the map where this is located. If you're familiar with Hickory Street, Murphy, Cleveland, Cleveland goes parallel to William Street, but we're not far off of Red Cypress Road and MLK Boulevard, as you can see from the map. I think this is a better shot of it there. You can see Martin Luther King Boulevard towards the bottom of your screen, William Street towards the top, and Cleveland Street, our location, as referenced by the blue dot. And we're going to go ahead and go back to the front, see if there are any changes to the front of the structure. And we do apologize if our video is freezing. It should clear out once we upload it for you to see it on demand. There is a lot of cell phone usage out here, which is probably blocking our service. So unfortunately, that is beyond our control. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up again. We've been reporting here at the corner of Geither and Cleveland Streets. We do know that the service is getting to be pretty spotty. But again, as I mentioned, we're at the corner of Cleveland and Geither Streets here in Patterson. Martin Luther King Boulevard just to the south of it, William Street to the north, kind of give you an idea where we are there. And no injuries, and hopefully they can get it knocked down pretty quick here in Patterson. I'm Brady Burrell reporting for KQKI News, South Central Louisiana's news leader.